Pumpkin spice latte? I think not. I'm full of Nice Guys Fuckery podcast. Maybe next time.
I look out the window and I see hummingbirds flying and I don't think twice about it, right? But if I saw a hippopotamus flying, I would freak the fuck out.
Right.
And that's what happened. I'm like, this is the fucking ground. The ground is not supposed to fucking move. It's the goddamn earth. What is it moving from? It was freaky as fuck.
He's the hero Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs right now. What it needs is the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Nope, wrong. Nobody needs that show. Nobody needs it. Nobody even wants it. People choke it down. 3 days a week, they're able to hold it together. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. Adults need not apply. No interviews, lots of ranting, and they sometimes stumble onto something useful. Go figure. Now it's time for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery themselves, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
The first thing I want to say is hummingbirds are not sweet little creatures of from fairyland. They are vicious motherfuckers.
Really? That's news to me. I'm not that familiar with.
So there's hummingbirds are very aggressive when it comes to food sources. So we have a particularly aggressive style of hummingbird called the rufous hummingbird.
Rufous.
And
is there a Shaka hummingbird too? Rufus and Shaka. Tell me something good.
I thought you were going to say
Tell me.
Shaka Khan.
It's a great song, man. It's a great fucking song.
So
Ain't Nobody. Oh my God. The groove from Ain't Nobody, Chaka Khan. People, if you have not heard this song, in fact, I may put it on as an Easter egg at the end and hopefully don't get flagged because the groove in that song is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't mean for us to go off on the tangent.
I know
already
it's too early. It's too early for tangents like that, right?
But Rufus is a particularly aggressive type of hummingbird. I thought when our neighbor came over and was sharing some information about Rufus the hummingbird, I thought they were specifically naming a hummingbird called Rufus.
Right.
I don't know, maybe it's the same hummingbird that they have over at their house, but there is a type of hummingbird called a Rufus hummingbird, ultra aggressive, and so. What you have to do, I went to YouTube. This is how interesting hummingbirds are to me. So I go to YouTube and I'm like, how do you make your hummingbirds a little less aggressive? Now, of course, you could put oxy into each of the hummingbird feeders, but you don't want to kill the hummingbird. So let's not do that. They say, spread out your hummingbirds and put them in geographically desirable areas for different sets of hummingbirds, but don't put them far enough away so that another Rufus will come and protect the food source. So close enough together so that they can't, so that they won't be able to get to all of the different hummingbird feeders, but not too far away because then they will get taken over by another tribe.
That sounds cryptic as fuck.
I know. It's like, then you have to be like the quintessential. Oh, Strickland is raising his desk. That's a very slow rise.
I know, right? It's nice though.
Did you get the?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know what I paid for my stand-up desk. You will.
Well, hold on. I have a stand-up desk too, so I may tell you what you paid for based upon what I paid for it, unless you bought like something special.
You won't be happy with what I paid for it on the other end. Because I know what you paid for yours, and let's just say you paid a lot more for yours than I paid.
Oh! You were going to say you didn't pay a lot for it, rather than
Correct.
Look how much money I think I spent. Well, I have the one. Let me give it some setup. So I have the electric version of it. It looks like you do too, because you weren't cranking or pulling or doing anything. Oh
God, fuck no!
I have it's the bamboo desk. It's 6 feet. What 72 inches? Is that 6 feet? Yeah.
Yes.
6 feet, and it's the scalloped kind, the kind that has the little carve out in the front.
Mm-hmm.
It's got two of the holes in it. One of them is a power source, so it's got a few other features. I think I want to say I paid $1,400 for my desk.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. I think that's what you told me you paid when you first bought it.
Okay.
So with my desk, I have a tabletop that used to be like a painting table for my kids.
Yeah.
So it's got like finger paints and their handprints and stuff all over it, right? And we did it a little polyurethane seal. And I did have it on 2 like sawhorses, basically, right?
Very professional.
Yeah, exactly. And the problem is the sawhorses were like 4 inches too tall. It's like the desk was just a little too
tall.
And so I cranked my chair up, but then I would put cushions and fucking towels on the chair so I would sit higher. And this is no
way for a business owner to run their business.
Exactly. I decided that. And so I thought, you know what? I want to get a stand-up desk. So, but I really like my tabletop. So I'm looking around for stand-up desks that I'm thinking I could put my tabletop on top of the desk. And I found stand-up risers. This is basically a standalone with no tabletop.
I had the same one original. Well, maybe not that one, but I had one that's like the small tabletop version. It's like 36 to 48 inches, and you press the button. It still is electric, but your desk is underneath of that stand-up desk. Is that what you have?
Well, basically the legs and everything. It's just like I just pop my top on top of it. It's just a frame, basically. Yeah.
All right. And I know you know me. I like to overpay for everything. So
right.
What did you pay for?
And by the way, it's like steel. It's fucking heavy duty. They had a couple different ones, and this one holds up great, and it's very strong, and it holds up to like 350 pounds or some shit, like way more than I would ever put on my desk.
So pretty much any of your girlfriends then. Exactly.
I paid $220 for it.
Oh, I hate you.
I know. I know you would.
What's the brand? What is the brand?
God, I bought it a year or 2 ago. I don't even remember. I mean, I can look it up.
I'm just curious what it is. What do you get exactly for 2? Now, Strickland also has he's got like a gaming chair. So he probably overpaid for the chair. So
no,
didn't overpay for the chair either. And he's got one of those like really fancy mouses. He probably overpaid for the mouse.
I paid decent money for the mouse. It was like $40 because it's got a whole bunch of extra buttons and shit. Although I used to have a wireless version of it, which was like $90. Yeah. But it was like, then I had to keep charging, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to do the wired. But I have like 3 of them because I have one for my office computer, one for my TurnKey computer, and one for a travel computer, because you never know when, I want to have it when I'm traveling.
And I probably paid $1,000 for my trackpad, from Apple.
It's an Apple, right?
Probably did that. Strickland he's trying to find these on his knees, looking for the label. What kind of?
Yeah, I am not to be. Well, I have the item number, but it doesn't even have the damn company.
Where'd you get it?
That I bought it from Amazon.
Oh, okay. And you haven't had any issue with it at all, right?
No. I've had it for a year or 2, I think now. I've had no issues. It's solid as a rock, man.
How did we get? Oh, that's Ashford and Simpson. That's a whole different 70s group.
Which song is that?
That's why I'm solid. Solid as a rock.
Here, let me show you. Here's a picture.
You don't.
I'll take a picture. Yeah, you can't
know
really
that.
see.
You don't know the Ashford and Simpson "Solid as a Rock" song?
No, I do. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were referring to. But,
I know I sang it so poorly, you would not know that. But I made another.
Well, when you started singing, I got it.
I got it. How did we get?
Welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. We can't let anyone say that we didn't say it or I didn't.
Well, because we fucking yell at all of our hosts. It's like I had a guest that came on my show, and she had a podcast of her very own, and her name was I can't remember the last name. Anyway, it was a last name that was a name that I thought I would understand the pronunciation, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I'm like, oh, no problem. Well, I will just go. Hold on, I'm going to tell you who this is, because this is important. I want to look back through our Nice Guys episodes that are coming up that haven't aired yet, so that we know who it was. Hold on a second. It wasn't that. Wasn't her. Okay, Hamer. How would you say that last name? Hamer.
Hamer.
Right, I would say Hamer too.
Mm-hmm.
And yet every podcast host, here's the difference between me and a fucking other podcast host that's putting together. They spend 6 hours doing research, reading every book, and doing everything. I guess all I'm trying to do is find out how to pronounce her fucking name, okay, properly. So all of these hosts that did all of this research, read the book, did all of the stuff on her, everything. I listened to 5 podcast episodes. Everyone pronounced her last name Hammer. And I'm like, okay, well, it's probably Hammer. And I said, no, she has a podcast. I'm just going to go listen to her podcast and I'll find out from her out of her own mouth what her name is. She does not even say her name in her own podcast. In the intro, doesn't say her name. It just says the name of the show. I'm like, holy fuck. So if anyone wants to know who this person is, they will have no idea. Talk about a person that needs to have a little bit more knowledge and wisdom. I'm not saying anything wrong about it, and she may become a client in the future. I'm not bad mouthing her, but come on, say your name. So when Strickland jokes about, I made sure I said our name at the beginning of the podcast, he's 100% right, because who would want to listen to a show? They're like, I listen to the show. I don't fucking know their name, but I listen to the show.
All about the fuckery. I don't know.
How did we get from hummingbirds to stand-up desks to, anyway, so I listened to it. It is Hamer. You're 100% right, but not one podcast host of the 5 that I listened to pronounced her name right. Everybody was Hammer. I'm like, it's not right.
But what really kills me is, even if you don't know what the pronunciation is, before you hit record, wouldn't you say, hey, by the way, can I confirm that I'm saying your name correctly? And just fucking confirm with her. God damn. And I'm guessing on those 5 episodes, she never corrected any of them?
No, not one of them.
Wow. That's sad. Fucking sad. That's why we're successful. It sure isn't because of our editing. That's for goddamn sure.
Well, our self-editing. We do very good editing for our clients.
Right. That is very true.
Not us. Let's clarify that, please. Please clarify that. So Rufus
did the hummingbird thing, so what is just far enough away but not too far? Like, how do you know?
I haven't quite gotten to far enough away. I haven't quite. So I have 4 hummingbird feeders on the front line of my porch. They're all hanging, suspended. 4, okay. And they're all probably 8 feet apart, the furthest being about 32 feet from the first one, if you kind of do the math there.
Do the math.
Right? Okay. So we got our hummingbird feeders, what I think would be strategically spread out. I am fucking exhausting Rufus, because Rufus is flying back and forth, and there's like all of the 5 girl hummingbirds. They're just like sitting on one, and then Rufus comes over and he like scatters, like, get out of the way, bitches, I'm coming through. And so he rolls over all 5 of them, and they all 5 just move to another hummingbird feeder. And then Rufus waits like 3 or 4 seconds, catches his breath, does the whole thing, takes a couple of sips out of the hummingbird feeder, and goes to the other hummingbird feeder where the ladies are again, scatters them. And the same exercise is repeated all fucking day long.
Damn.
And I can't believe. Number one, I understand why hummingbirds are so small and skinny, because they can't fucking grow. Also, hummingbirds, all they drink is sugar water. They have diarrhea all day long. It's horrible. It is horrible. That's why hippopotamuses would never make good birds, because they're so very busy, these fucking hummingbirds. It is fun to watch. It's fun to watch the cats just kind of be amazed by these hummingbirds that they will never catch. So, anyway, that was one subject I wanted to talk about. Did you have some other stuff? Because I'm just going to keep rolling through the stuff that I got.
I have nothing to talk about. I understand you had an earthquake in Ojai, though.
Subject number 2. Subject number 2, a 5.1 earthquake. Now, I can't say from comparison what a 5.1 would be relative to, let's say, a 7, which is a huge magnitude earthquake, which can cause a lot of damage. I can tell you that I was sitting at this exact desk. My desk moved. What I felt was a foot to the left, a foot to the right, and came back to center. I literally took my hands and I threw them on my desk, like, stop. I had no idea what was even going on. By the time I figured out what was happening, it was over.
Damn. I think I texted this to you. One time I was actually working at Band House. I remember I was at the Band House office in Maryland. And It was a minor earthquake. I don't even know what the magnitude was, right? But it was one of these where it's like, I wasn't sure something was happening. And I get up and I go outside, and it's like, okay, when I go outside, it's like I could tell something was happening. And it is the most, for anybody who hasn't been through an earthquake before, it is the most disturbing fucking thing ever. Like, okay, you think about, I look out the window and I see hummingbirds flying and I don't think twice about it, right? But if I saw a hippopotamus flying, I would freak the fuck out. Right. And that's what happened. I'm like, this is the fucking ground. The ground is not supposed to fucking move. It's the goddamn earth. What is it moving from? It was freaky as fuck. I couldn't imagine being in one where it's like shit was actually moving on the walls. I would freak the fuck out.
I have no idea how. Okay, so just help me with logistics for a second, and maybe you don't know, but just follow me for a moment. When you pick up something and you move it to the left, the thing that you pick up moves to the left. But when you have everything move, like it's like, imagine picking something up and moving it to the left and you discover everything that's under your feet is also moving a foot to the left. I don't understand how, like, my house didn't pick up and move. The earth underneath my house shifted. And so it shifted quickly to the left, quickly to the right, and then back to center. And I just kept thinking, as this was happening, how is the house swaying? Now, the reality of it is the house isn't really swaying. Everything is swaying, right?
Yeah, I guess the earth was swaying quickly enough that your desk stayed in the same place, but the house moved with it. It's kind of like pulling a tablecloth out from an underneath,
right? Underneath, like it's like, oh shit, everything underneath the tablecloth moved. I mean, the tablecloth moved, so everything that was on top of the tablecloth moved as well. So not only have we had the earthquake, which is a 5.1, which is the biggest one that I experienced before then was a 3.1, which was down in El Segundo, and that was like, was that just an earthquake? And there's different kinds of earthquakes. You have roller earthquakes, and you have shaker earthquakes, and you have ripple earthquakes that move. So there's a whole bunch of different kinds that are there, and you have bang, like just a drop. And I'm like, okay, these other ones were just these little shakers. This one was literally a shift, center. And okay, so we had the 5.1, that was 3 days ago. And then since then, we've had 13 3.1 or more, 3.0 or higher earthquakes.
Right, because you get a real earthquake, there's fucking aftershocks, right?
Right. And yeah. One of them was close to 4. I think it was a 3.9, which was fairly big. And it happened at like 4:30 in the morning. And I just happened to wake up right before it happened. I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, what was that? And JJ was taking her client to the airport because she left at like 4:15. So 15 minutes later, this other aftershock happened. It's fucking unreal. If you've never experienced one in our community, if you haven't had the opportunity or the misfortune to be in one, it's fucking scary. You're right.
You know, I was just thinking about like, hey, when I go onto like a cruise, right? You go on a cruise ship and it's like, hey, the boat's moving under you, but it's all about expectations, right? Like, you know, you're on a ship. Yep. And so you expect it to move sometimes, but the goddamn earth, you don't expect to move underneath you.
You do not. And it is a weird feeling, and you don't know when they're coming. That's the problem. But by the time you realize they're coming, it's gone. It's over.
Well, except for all the shit that fell off the wall and the floors and everything.
Well,
right?
Literally every picture in the house had to be straightened. So of the 40 pictures we have hanging in our house, every single one of them had to be fixed. We only broke one glass, but we understand our neighbors broke a whole like shelf of glasses, because if anything was like on close to an edge, like our wine, what do you call that? Wine rack. One of the bottles of wine dropped behind the wine rack. I'm like, how the fuck did that even happen? Yeah, a lot of really weird. And the epicenter, Ojai, California,
right in the center. Yeah, you guys were right at the epicenter.
Yeah, we were 3 miles from the absolute epicenter of this, but we were the closest town. Again, JJ is in the 20 plus years she has been here in California. That was the biggest that she's experienced. I couldn't imagine what a 7.9 or whatever it was that happened Northridge near San Francisco or whenever that was or wherever that was. And wasn't there one like during the World Series? Didn't an earthquake?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like we're having an earthquake.
Was it during a game or was it like right before a game and they had to move it? I don't remember, but yeah, it was something like that, and it was serious.
Series,
yeah, check that.
Wait. Okay, 1989 at approximately 5:04 prior to the start of Game 3, the Loma Prieta earthquake struck, causing severe damage. 6.9. Wow.
That's a lot. That's heavy duty.
6.9. 63 deaths, 3,757 injuries.
Oof. Wow.
Damn. It cost $6 billion. Okay, so I think I might have shared with you the whole earthquake insurance thing. It might have been a few weeks ago when we were just talking about earthquake insurance.
I don't remember.
So when I bought my homeowner's insurance, which was fairly expensive to begin with, because there's a lot of fires here in California, and fire insurance is a part of your homeowner's insurance policy. They offered me an option to buy earthquake insurance. Now, earthquake insurance is relatively inexpensive, $700 or $800 a year. But the $700 or $800 that you get a year, that you spend a year, gives you the privilege of having a $35,000 deductible.
Jesus, $35,000 deductible. So it's actually interesting. I was looking at my regular homeowner's insurance the other day.
Yeah.
And my old homeowner's insurance, I think I had a flat $500 deductible. It might have been $1,000. I don't remember. But what I have now that I think I got to change is 2%. 2% so it's basically 2% of the value of the house.
Oh, 2% of the value of the not of whatever
not the damage,
it is. Damage.
Right. 2% of the whole value of the whole house. And I don't know, my house is probably worth $350,000, $400,000. Yours is worth a fuckload more than that. Like your deductible would be fucking monstrous.
That would be $1 million. It's $20,000 deductible. Right. That's fucked up.
It'd be fucking ridiculous, right? Yeah, I gotta look into that shit. It's too much.
So earthquake insurance, $700 or $800, $35,000 deductible. And at the time, I'm like, fuck that. That's just, why would I pay $700 for earthquake insurance just to have the privilege of spending $35,000 before they even kick anything in? However, feeling the 5.1 earthquake, it's like, oh no, your house gets destroyed when you have an earthquake. I get it now. But wouldn't like FEMA come in and help out, or that doesn't happen?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I
have no idea how much they would help financially.
I'm going to count on the federal government because of all of the taxes that I've paid in.
Right.
They came to the rescue with the SBA loan and PPP and all that other stuff. And there's a lot more bigger mouths in Ojai than me, and somebody's going to complain enough to maybe get on the FEMA list, and I'll just ride on their coattails. It's fine. It's fine.
What else do we have to talk about today?
I'd like to talk about coyotes. Coyotes. Okay. It is coyote season here in Ojai. All the coyotes are now having their small baby pups. Mm-hmm. And when they have their baby pups, of course, it's time to teach their baby pups how to hunt. So we are now experiencing packs of wolves, of coyotes in Ojai, where not only is it the mama coming with the babies, but the little babies are right behind them, little tiny baby coyotes. And they're like terrorizing the neighborhoods and all the surrounding areas. So anytime that we hear through, do you have Nextdoor? Is that an app that you use at all? Okay. Yeah. So on Nextdoor, anytime that we hear of a coyote sighting, we're always like, oh God, okay, well, we better go get go get the cats in from outside. Our cats are not outside cats, but they do like to go outside. And normally we're outside, but one of our cats, Luna, she doesn't go anywhere. She just likes to hang out outside on the porch and stuff. But, with all my luck, I would probably just have one of those mamas jump over our fence with the little babies, kind of lifting the babies over the fence to bring the babies down and say, you see that pussy over there? Watch what I do. So we're not looking to have any kind of damage in our house.
if you see a coyote and he's got an Acme safe or like a big rocket, avoid that guy. He's dangerous.
I definitely do, and it's very rare that I will have a coyote and roadrunner sighting all at one time. There used to be roadrunners in Ojai as well, but there's not many here anymore.
Have you seen a roadrunner? I've never seen a live roadrunner.
I don't know that outside of a zoo I've seen a roadrunner. I've never been to but if they're anything like, if it's anything like the cartoon, I think it would be awfully fun to be able to see Wile E. Coyote, and what was his name was Bordamus Maximus, right? And
he had many different Latin names depending on the episode. That Wile E. Coyote, like Roadrunner, that was my favorites. I mean, it was totally formulaic, but I thought it was funny as shit. Those were great.
Runniest Quickliest would be Roadrunner's Latin name. Oh fuck, what else? Okay, so I might have been telling you this a few weeks ago. So I moved a couple of my shekels over to a savings account that has a little bit higher than Wells Fargo. I don't really understand how Wells Fargo can get away with, let's say
you said that we did this already. You talked about it last week, maybe 2 weeks ago.
All right, so 25 cents of interest, versus $100 a month. Okay, I'm fucking gonna move it now. I'm not saying this is the reason why they can get away with this, but at what point would a bank be breaking a rule or some sort of regulation by doing this? So today I move, let's just come up with a round number. Today I move $5,000 from Wells Fargo to this new account that I have. All right. So the day that I say that I'm going to take it, I no longer have use of that money because Wells Fargo said, well, no, you just moved that money, so we can't let you access that $5,000 anymore. Okay. So go to the new bank, and I'm like, looking. I'm like, okay, well, it's been 24 hours. I mean, I figure that would be, how long does it electronically take to move the money? I mean, it's not like they physically back up the what's the name of one of those cars, the van that.
Oh, the armored truck, right?
Yeah, it's like,
they're not physically moving your money.
So they're not moving my money
from one place to another.
All this electronic stuff. I'm like, okay, for the sake of argument, let's give them 24, maybe 48 hours to do it. So I'm looking a day later. I'm like, money's not there. I'm like, okay, no problem. Looking at it the next day, 48 hours. Okay, still not there. Okay, look at it the third day, still not there. At what point do you say, hey, look, I can't access my money from Wells Fargo. I can't go to this new bank to access the money because they say they're put a hold on the money until it's there. At what point do you start to feel like somebody's fucking playing with my float here?
So the new place, they haven't told you, hey, it's here, but you can't spend it yet. There's just nothing. You see nothing there.
At 3 days, not one thing shows.
Yeah, that's concerning. That's a lot.
As a matter of fact,
like when you buy a house, right?
Yeah.
And you got to do the whole escrow thing and you got to do the fucking cashier's check and all the other bullshit. And they're like, oh yeah, if you do a wire transfer, it'll take, maybe an hour and we need confirmation. I'm like, Zelle is fucking 10 seconds. It's done. Why the fuck do we need to? This is ridiculous.
So I agree. All the ridiculousness. So at 3 days, I'm like, and then I'm still getting dunning messages from the new bank saying, hey, don't forget, it's time to fund your account. Do you want to fund your account now? I'm like, I fucking funded my account. I put X amount of dollars. It actually was a lot of money. It was pretty much all of my savings. I moved. I have no access. If God forbid something happens to the world, I have no ability to access my money from either bank. So at 3 days, I'm like, no, okay, I'm going to try to reach somebody. And the fourth day was a Saturday. So of course I can't reach anybody. Now I'm waiting until Monday. So I didn't count those as business days, but on the fourth day, which was Monday, I called the bank and I said, hey, can you tell me when I'm going to have access to this money? Well, Mr. Sandler, we show that you made the transaction on X date 4 days ago. We require 7 days for your check because it's a new account. I said, I may be a new account to you, but have you ever heard of this small bank that the money is coming from? It's called Wells Fargo. Have you ever heard of them? Well, they fucking have my money.
Oh,
they used to have my money. They don't have my money anymore. So 7 fucking days to move my money.
That's ridiculous.
So then I get their debit card in the bank. I go to activate the debit card. Of course, it says you can't activate the debit card. You have no money in your account.
Right. Of course, there's no money and you can't activate it. Yeah.
I feel like I'm a pauper. I feel like what just happened? I just got completely rooked. I think this was an internet scam. Somebody was going to reach out to me saying they're a Nigerian prince looking for money. Like, what the fuck? So yes, there are some consequences and some small print that I probably should have read as it relates to how long the money takes to get into the account. Oh my God. So hopefully by the time this airs tomorrow, it will have been 7 days because Monday was day 4, 5, 6, 7. Today is the 7th day. Tomorrow will be the 8th day. So I'm hoping that that it will indeed have shown up.
That would be nice.
That's so much. So much. This is so much stuff to fucking deal with when it comes to why do we have to, as adults, there's like so much adulting going on in my world.
It is funny because when you started talking about that, I know that you are let's just say a detail-oriented guy. And I could see where the story was going, that you were going to be concerned about the amount of time that had elapsed that you would not have access to your money. And I was thinking you were going to be upset because it was a day or maybe 2 days. But under the circumstances, I would say you have every right to be upset. 100%.
Well, I know how it is when we sign a new client and the new client gets the contract and they say, okay, we'll take care of this. And then like a week goes by and I'm like, oh, hold on a second. This person just said they're going to sign up. They were excited about podcasting. Where the fuck did they go in the where did they go? And it's like, hold on. Didn't you just commit to doing this? Like, I feel like when I commit to something, I'm all in. I am all fucking in. And I just get a little bit I shouldn't get irritated with the person because maybe this, and I always use JJ as my like even keel, the even balancer in the world, because she tends to be like that person over there. Look, I'll get to it when I can. This just isn't a priority for me, but it is something that's on my to-do list. And I'm like, no, they fucking said they're going to do it. Then why haven't they done it yet? And she's like, they haven't changed their mind. They're not backing out. Maybe just take a breath or two before you get all bent out of shape about this person that hasn't paid the bill yet. They're going to pay it. And it always happens. They always end up paying it. I just have a different expectation for people. And you know what? Maybe that's not a bad thing because I always feel like if I have a different expectation, then my expectations for myself, I don't set any lower standard than I would for the people that have committed to something. So if I say that I'm going to do something, the chances are good that unless something drastic happened in my life, that like I just kept thinking, maybe she's dead. Maybe she had a heart attack. Maybe she's in the hospital somewhere. I don't know. It's just how I am. Okay. God.
You feel better now?
Yeah, I do. I feel better now. How many voicemails do we have this week?
3.
3? Really? Okay. So we took a nosedive from last week. I guess everybody got.
Well, my God, we had fucking 8 last week. I mean, that was nuts.
We had 8. I got some other shit, but I'll talk to you about it on the other side of or maybe in the middle of the voicemail somewhere along the way.
You'll talk about it later, or maybe right after I play the intro music from Jared and before the first voicemail, because, that's just how you roll.
Just how I do it. Okay.
Okay. So, you've disabled screen sharing.
Oh, shit. I got to do stuff. God, that's the problem.
I know, you got to actually do shit.
All right. Hold on. How has it been without you having to upload anything? Do you feel one step closer to free, or does this not do anything for you?
No, I feel one step closer to free. I just need to still assign it to somebody, which I still haven't fucking done yet. It's been a little crazy this week. So.
Yeah. Well, since I don't have another job, since this is all I do, I can just sit at my computer and wait for the files to download.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No problem. No problem.
Oh yeah. You know what? I didn't check. We
have a small, medium, and large voicemail. It looks like I would put those in the small, medium, and large category. You know what? Yeah. When I go into Starbucks, I love pissing off the. What do you call the person behind the counter? What's the name of that?
Barista.
Yeah, I love pissing off the barista. When I go in, I'll say, yeah, can I have what size coffees do you have? And then they'll say, we have what are the sizes at Starbucks? And
God, they got fucking venti and latte and grande and lupe and fuck and I don't know. It's fucking stupid. I actually saw somebody that did, maybe this was in a movie, that because what is it that the grande, there's venti and grande.
There's demi, short, tall, grande, venti, and trenta. Okay.
Trenta, what the fuck is Trenta? But whatever the three names that they have, none of them actually mean large or small. I don't even remember, but it's like, it's just fucking stupid. It's so ridiculous. It's like, I want a great big fucking coffee. That's what I want.
So when I go in there, and there is one Starbucks right outside of Ojai, because my town, they don't let any franchises in the town. Mm-hmm. So right outside of Ojai, there's a Starbucks. The only thing I really like at Starbucks is their iced coffee. I do enjoy their iced coffee. So when I go in, they have a tall, a grande, and a venti size. And I'm like, right. Okay, can you show me the sizes? And then they show me the sizes. This is a tall. I do the same thing every time because I like to piss them off. This is a tall. This is a grande. This is a venti. And okay, this is the Trenta also. And I'm like, okay, I'll have a medium, please. They get so mad at me. Then they repeat back to me, oh, you want a grande? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I want a medium. What size is that one again? You want 12 ounces, 16 ounces, and they're holding up. They go, yeah, the medium. That's good. The 12, 16. What does a yellow light mean? Slow down. One. Yeah, that's the best taxi episode ever. Anyhow,
you're totally dating yourself. Yeah.
That's my Starbucks story. I forget
I'm
what I was
looking up things now, like venti and trente and fuck and whatever.
I remember what I wanted to tell you. Hey, you're watching right now. You're watching Suits.
I'm watching Suits.
All right,
I'm watching Suits. I'm 3.5 seasons in.
Damn, you're really doing well. We just started season 4. We're 2 episodes into season 4. I won't tell you what happens at the end of season 3.
I really like it. It's a very good show.
I think it's
very
too.
Entertaining.
A lot of pretty people in that show. Aren't there a lot of pretty people?
Oh my God, yes. Meghan Markle is very easy on the eyes.
Is Meghan, is that Rachel? Rachel is Mike's girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. That's the princess, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. I don't see her as the princess, but I mean, I've never seen her as the princess, so I don't really know how she pulls that off. But I would imagine that, did she marry Prince Harry? Is that who she married?
I don't know. One of those guys.
I can imagine, because she gets into some pretty risque scenes there with Mike.
Yeah, it's kind of hot. Like, some of them are kind of hot. I like it.
Okay. Anyway, let's do this. So we'll talk about Suits on the other side of the voicemails. Okay. I promise I will not be talking about Suits in between the voicemail theme song and voicemail number 1. I promise. Suits will not be the subject I talk about.
You'll talk about something else in between instead. I was just getting ready to close that gap, but no, you're gonna talk about something that would be wishful thinking there. So
yeah, okay.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
I had an opportunity over the last few days while JJ was busy with a client here at the house and doing things, to watch the mini series on Netflix, Painkiller. I don't know if you've seen that. Have you seen that one?
Painkiller? No, I've not heard of that one.
So it's about the Stackler family and the creation of Oxycontin.
Oxycontin. Is that the one with Michael Keaton plays the doctor?
No, that's the one with Matthew Broderick that plays Stackler. Have you heard about this one yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, you've got to. It's just fucking fascinating.
Well, I watched a couple episodes because the Michael Keaton one where he was the doctor,
that's
it was like a 10 episode.
I think it's drug sick or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I watched 2 episodes or 3 episodes and it was so fucking depressing. I just couldn't keep watching it.
Well, this one is I think that Dope Sick. Sorry, it's called Dope Sick.
Yeah, Dope Sick. Right.
Okay.
That's the Michael Keaton one.
So
I mean, it was good. It was well done. It was just like the subject matter. It's like so fucking depressing.
I don't think that this one is less depressing. I think that there is a lot of depressing in it, but there is also just an amazing amount of, and now, all of these shows, they have a certain perspective that they take, but I can't see how the perspective could be anything other. Like, who is going to make a documentary about the creation of OxyContin and the Stackler family and have a positive spin on it? I can't imagine there'd be a positive spin with any type of opioid drug that was created and them not feeding or having a level of accountability for the problem. Mm-hmm. And as you watch this, I'm just thinking, holy fuck. I mean, they had these, what they would call, I forget what they call them, dope Barbies or Barbie dopes or something like that they'd be the drug reps that would go to the doctors and basically be like, I don't want to say that they would be whores for it, but they basically, look, I remember when I first got out of college and I was trying to figure out what kind of career I wanted to have. And for a millisecond, I thought I wanted to be a drug rep because the drug reps make a huge amount of money and it's a sales job. And you know how I love sales and all of that.
Yep.
So, everybody that was in like the pharmaceutical business, they were like these cutesy guys and cutesy girls driving around in their BMWs and their Porsches and going to medical offices and sitting and waiting and then not even talking about the drugs, but basically bribing the doctors to take coupons to use for their drugs so that they could give the drugs to the doctors could give it to their patients. And as I'm watching this miniseries, Painkiller, I'm just completely amazed at as you look at it from a 35,000 foot view, you're like, this is so wrong. But when you're in the story in the moment, you're like, oh God, this company is just trying to figure out a way around the FDA regulations. And then the doctors are trying to figure out how to get, relief from pain to their patients. And the patients are figuring out, how do I use this stuff? And then how can I abuse this stuff? And the salespeople are just trying to figure out how to get more of it and how to get higher doses to the doctors so that the doctors will prescribe more to their patients. I just kept thinking, 35,000 foot view, this looks really fucked up. But when you're in it day to day, you're like, oh my God, it's just crazy the amount of abuse that has occurred with all this opioid stuff.
Well, but when you're in it day to day, you don't realize how bad it is. It's easy as a Monday morning quarterback to go, this is really bad shit. But I'm sure if you're a pharmaceutical rep and you're in the middle of it, obviously you're thinking, I want to make a lot of fucking money. But you're also thinking, hey, this is really helping people. Hey, I know people could abuse it. Like any drug could be abused, but hey, I'm really helping the people that really need it. But you didn't, they didn't know at the time. I mean, the pharmaceutical company probably had an idea of how addictive it was.
They definitely do. They knew to the tune of a $6 billion settlement. $6 billion settlement in May of 2023. They came up with a $6 billion settlement, and I can't believe that they're still in business. That they're still fucking in business.
Yeah.
And I think his name was Richard Stackler. I think he's the guy that led the charge. I still think that he is a billionaire. I don't know how he didn't go to jail of all the people that died as a result of overdosing on this. And he's like, they were just junkies. They were the junkies. There was less than 1% of the people abused or where it became addicted to this. We are helping people. And I truly think that he believed that until the day that he got the $6 billion settlement. And I think that he still thinks that he was helping people, but he was doing it in his way.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Anyhow.
Okay, can I play the voicemail?
Yes, I forgot we were in there. Sorry.
Yes. Okay.
Hi guys, happy Friday. So funny story. Last week when you had 8 voice messages, I was like, who could those all be from? I know I didn't leave one. But it turns out I left 2. So that was And then lastly, I just want to say, oh, by the way, this is Emily, obviously. And lastly, I just want to say congratulations on getting the episode up first thing in the morning. That was great. And also keeping it under 60 minutes. That was just truly amazing.
Not happening today.
And Strickland, you seemed way less hangry last week. So that was also nice. Nice to have you back to normal. Okay, that's all. Goodbye.
To my happy good self. Yes, we're already 45 minutes in, so I would be surprised if we keep this one under an hour. I mean, it could happen, but I don't think it's going.
You know what I love so much about Emily's voicemail was her segue out. Okay, goodbye. It's kind of almost as abrupt as Steve, when I say the end line, because sometimes I don't even say, "Are we done here?" Or we just wrap up.
Because you can't say it right now because it will automatically end the episode.
I know.
Exactly. It's like you have it built into your Zoom now. As soon as Zoom hears you say that, it says end of meeting. Yes.
When is that going to happen? That should be something that would happen right now. Like if I were to say those words, EDITPOINT, if I were to say that, couldn't there be a way that it would recognize that there is a EDITPOINT in the audio?
So my daughter, Riley, is set up on my phone. You know, the wave thing. Like I didn't know you could fucking do that.
Oh, wait, what wave thing? I thought you meant like.
So you can set up on your camera, your phone camera, that like you set your phone like somewhere like where it's going to take a picture, right? And when you wave, the camera knows, oh, I'm going to start the timer, and it counts down 3, 2, 1 and takes a picture. All you have to do is wave.
I got questions. Do you have to be in the camera app, or can you just wave and you're not in the camera app to initiate the camera?
No, you have to be in the camera app.
Well, okay. So that's one step short of, someone is watching you. It's just kind of like, isn't Alexa always... I said it. Isn't Alexa or Google Home or whatever you have, aren't they always listening for their name?
Tennessee Tim.
Hey, Tim.
He had a great joke that I say often. He says, I was talking to my girlfriend the other day, and she said, "Why are you whispering?" And I said, "Because they're listening." And then she laughed, and then I laughed, and then Alexa laughed. It's like, goddamn right.
Well, you waving your hand once you're inside the camera app is one step short of, and I'm sure it's already going on, them watching you before you before you initiate the camera app. They're just kind of baiting you by telling you, "Oh no, we're not watching. You just go ahead and start that camera app first, and then we will take advantage of it."
Yeah. Okay, we ready for voicemail?
No, I'm not ready yet. I got questions. Just a couple more questions. Do you care about that? Is that something you care about?
Not really. I've said before, when people are complaining about like so many ads on Facebook and on Instagram and I'm targeted. My thoughts on that, first of all, are you don't want the ads, don't fucking use it. Okay, that's why it's free. That's how it stays free, because of the ads. Right. And when people are like, "Oh, I don't want targeted ads," like obviously they're watching me and they're doing like everything I browse. That's what I get more ads for. Like, I'd rather have that than fucking ads for tampons and shit that I can't use, That's
a very good point.
But it gets a little weird and scary sometimes, I have to admit, because like I'll be on a browser on my phone and I'll look at something, right? And then I go to my computer and I'm immediately seeing ads, and it's like all my browsers are talking to each other. Or if I send an email and it says tires, and it's like, oh, suddenly I'm seeing tires. It's like, what the fuck? Totally. It's a little creepy how totally invasive it is, but I get it. It is what it is.
I guess we're in that world. I mean, I'm just looking right now for an attic, a whole house fan. So I was doing the Amazon searching on Amazon. I wasn't even like on Google or anything like that. But I go over to Facebook. First thing I see is the advertisement for the same house fan. Then I open up my phone and I go to my Ace fucking hardware, unrelated completely to either Facebook or whatever else the fuck I was in, and Amazon. And I'm like, how does Ace know, based upon me searching through a competitor, Amazon, that I am potentially looking for? So I'm like, who sold their data to who? Who's created the conflict of interest here? And why doesn't anybody care? Or is this good? Maybe it's good. It's like I start having this argument with myself. Maybe I really should be getting this ceiling, this whole house fan. I don't know.
Right. That's why they keep reminding you, because they don't want you to forget that you need that whole house fan.
Yeah, it's very true. I do need the house fan. I need to get it. It's like I need one more fucking project on my list. Like I need a fucking hole in the head. Okay, let's go ahead and play voicemail number 2. I got so much other shit I want to talk about now. Like
here
my tax audit and the
Rick, Jared here. So you guys are jumping into voicemails pretty quick. That's impressive, and I think it's because of the quantity. But I love you guys. You guys are fantastic. You're on it always.
Shit sandwich
Even
coming.
if it's the end of the show, I feel like you guys are on it. Strickland fucking Bonner. I don't care if you have 100 voicemails. You can't leave out voicemail from Jared. It's like leaving Steve O'Brien out, man.
True. I know.
Granted, I might be a little partial to voicemail from Jared, but we expect it. Everybody expects it. I'm speaking for everybody. Since nobody calls in, I get to be the one that tells you,
yeah.
Take that back. 8 voicemails. Definitely other people calling in.
Yeah.
But we love voicemail from Jared. At least I do. So anyways, had to call you out. All right, guys, love the show. Can't wait till the rest of it. And starting it off with Emily. All right, see you guys.
and he is right. We have to do voicemail from Jared. We can't skip it.
Well, I think now that there are many people that call, and I think there was even a week in there that Jared didn't call and other people did. Emily and Erica may have called that week. The question is, do we add a second theme song, or do we change the theme song and make it voicemail from everybody? Or like, I don't know if you ever used to watch Blue's Clues with your kids.
Yeah.
But they had the mailbox, like mail time, I think they had Mail Is Here song, or hold on, what the fuck was the name of that song? Hold on a second. Blue's Clues mail song. Okay. Here's the mail number 1, mail time sing along and Skidoo to Farm World. Okay, I don't know about any of those things. I wonder where Steve from Blue's Clues is right now.
I don't know.
Huh. Hold on a second. Where is Steve? Steve from Blue's Clues. Do you mean Steve from Blue's Clues? Yes, Steve Burns is returning to Blue's Clues to crack another case. What? That was in May of 2023. The original host of the beloved Nickelodeon franchise is set to appear again on the revival series Blue's Clues and You. Damn, that's going to be pretty interesting. He's got to be much older and a little bit creepier. I don't know. It was kind of creepy when you had like an early 20-something guy playing with all these kids. But then again, I think about my 30-year career as a bar mitzvah MC, as a 25 to pretty much 55-year-old man playing with 13-year-old kids for a living. I guess that could be perceived as creepy also, but I never felt it was creepy. Did anybody ever say anything to you? And did any police come knocking on your door at any point?
No, it always felt a little creepy. He always he felt a little creepy to me. Yeah.
Oh, okay, not me, but you mean Steve. I never felt creepy.
No, not you. No.
That's good. Thank you. Appreciate the clarification. All right, let's do voicemail number 3. Let's go.
Okay, number 3.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Rick. Jared here. Voicemail number 2.
Oh.
So you guys
right.
You're listening to one of mine, and it was where I left the voicemail number 2, but I didn't hear a beep, so honestly thought I was talking to myself. Then voicemail number 3, where I was coming in a little hot. So it's funny that you guys said it sounded more like I was on speed than alcohol or something like that. So sped up and loud, and I think Strick even said emerald, bam, up in your face. And because when it started playing that voicemail, I was like, whoa, coming in a little hot. I think when I had called and left that message, I was on speakerphone and driving, so I was a little more animated. I'm really good at getting louder when I'm talking on speakerphone, so it's one of the fun things about me, which annoys everybody in my car if I'm having to take a call on speakerphone or Bluetooth. Anyways, yes, I was in there, man. And I was a little, I think it's because I was confused and not sure if I was leaving a certain voicemail or a second. And I thought this is going to sound really stupid. So, anyways, that's the first thing I'm mentioning. The second thing is Erica said, I will do a poll about, if Doug had 10 grand to invest, what would he invest in? And you guys all missed it. Strick, I got to admit, that kind of came in my head, hookers and blow. That was one of the first things.
Of course.
But then it hit me. Doug, for 10 grand, would get him a new trackpad for his Apple computer. So problem solved. We've got it.
Hold on. Pause for a second. I just said trackpad and like $1,000 trackpad or something like that. Jared is all up in my BI business. He knows shit. I really feel like he is, what was her name? Miss Clara, Miss Clarice. What was that medium? The world's first 900 number.
The psychic. Oh yeah. God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name.
Anyway, yeah. I felt that way. Okay. Never mind. Okay.
Here we go.
I couldn't miss the dig on Apple. Anyways, guys, love the show. Appreciate you guys. And, I'm done. I'm out. This is going to be the last voicemail unless I call and leave something random. And with me, you just never fucking know. See you, boys.
That's true.
Okay.
You just never know. What did I want to ask you? I wanted to ask you about, did we talk about Suits yet? Did we actually get into
briefly,
some detail?
We briefly talked about Suits, but not a lot.
So what made you go into watching Suits? I thought you were against watching Suits.
I wasn't necessarily against it. I didn't know that I would find it interesting. And, it was a Netflix thing. And it's like, it pops up in the algorithm and I watch an episode. I'm like, okay, I kind of like this. And then I watch another and now I'm kind of binge watching. I'm enjoying it.
So on a typical binge watch evening, how many episodes would you be watching?
I'll usually watch 3 or 4 at a time.
Wow.
Sometimes more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, not any level of coincidence with this next question, but would you watch it, say, like on a date, for example? Would you watch it?
On a date? I don't know. It would depend on the date. It would depend on like the comfort level that I had with the person, how long we had been dating,
I guess the only reason I ask that question is because, normally you're pretty easy to reach. However, let's tell you, in the last week or so, you've been a little bit hard to reach. And I thought, well, maybe he's got like a little bit more of a social life, or maybe you're trying to get out of the house a little bit more now that you have your daughter in your house that might be a little bit more of a talker than your previous daughter. So you might need a little peace and quiet. So you do that in the quiet respite of another woman's arms or something like that. Something like find sweet surrender in someone else's arms. So what's going on, Strickland? I haven't heard a lot from you recently.
That's one way to say it, I guess. No, I've been, going on a date here and there. And, but especially when if I'm seeing somebody and it's early on, I'm going to be polite and not pull my phone out while I'm on a date, while I'm out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah. And then I had that stupid weird issue with my phone the other day where
no, I don't want to go to the phone issue. I just want to talk about the dating issue first.
I see. It wasn't really that you cared that you weren't hearing back from me. That was just an excuse to ask me about my dating life.
Dude, if there's a reason why you shouldn't be calling me back quickly, it's because you are out on a date. I'm totally fine, and I'm happy for you when it comes to that stuff. I just want to put you a little bit under the heat lamp here because I don't talk about anything. We did talk to a sex therapist today. I want to tell you that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool having a conversation with someone that is an intimacy expert. That was fun.
Okay, now wait a minute. Now this was somebody that you interviewed for the podcast, or that you and JJ talked to?
Yeah, JJ and we interviewed I don't know what you would call that position officially. It's not the missionary position. I don't know what that person is called. A sex therapist. She's a PhD, or I don't know if she's a doctor, like a medical doctor, or a PhD. I'd have to find out some credentials. Mm-hmm. Dr. Jane. I remember meeting her years ago, and we decided that let's ask some questions. I want to have the answers to some questions. I think JJ initiated the process, as she is most likely to do, not just because it's a relationship or a sex thing, but because she is so much more into the self-help arena than I am. I usually like to wallow in my problems for maybe like 4 or 5 decades. And I think that she likes to just get to the heart of the matter.
I see that. I totally get that. Yeah.
So let me go back to the dating thing. How did you meet either the one person or the number of people that are in your life right now? I don't know if it's a number of people or one person. So why don't you just share with our community who that is? And
it's the apps. OkCupid. It was the dating app.
And her social security number is what?
It's funny because I'm just not on the apps at all. I'm busy and I got too much shit going on. But she actually, I know you haven't been on the app, so you don't know how these things work.
No, I've never even been on a dating app in my entire life.
So with men, we will like reach out to women and like you like somebody, you push a little thing and you're like, hey, I'm interested. And maybe you send them an introduction or something. And for men, we do that over and over and over and over and over and over again, and usually get ignored.
Right.
Yeah. And usually get ignored. Women get bombarded like constantly. So many men are like, anyway, so I'm rarely on the apps, and this woman liked me. So I got a thing that said, hey, so-and-so likes you. And I'm like, oh, it said Shell likes you. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay, let's go check it out. And often when that happens, I got to tell you, I'm very popular in Venezuela and Colombia. Okay. Because I'm telling you all the time, it's like these women from fucking, Lupe from Venezuela, like, no, I want to fucking filter to only people that live in my country. Okay.
Well, and
no, you can't do that. Apparently,
not that Strickland discriminates against anybody but geographically undesirable makes it rather challenging. Also 100%. For Strickland, and not that there's anything wrong with this if this is the way you go, but Strickland also prefers someone that doesn't have a cock. just so you know.
I just for kicks, I just pulled up the app, right? So I have 16 people that like me right now, right? Let's see. First one, Nairobi, Kenya.
Nice.
No.
Is that the princess? Is that the princess?
Kisumu, Kenya. No.
Wow, you're big in
Homa Bay, Kenya. Apparently, Kenya is Harare, Zimbabwe. No. Nairobi, Kenya. Tagum, Philippines. Okay, I'll go visit our team.
Yeah.
Suryago, Philippines.
Wow.
Kampala, Uganda. Austin. Okay, we'll come back.
Strickland, you are very big in Africa and Asia. That's what I'm understanding right now. Okay. All right, let's keep going.
Although that leaves like 6 from Austin. So that's
wait
cool.
a minute.
I will maybe go back and check them out.
You skip right from Uganda to Austin, Texas. It's not just like Iowa or like Ottumwa, Iowa. You go right to Austin, Texas?
There's one in Florida, but I'm like, no, it's too damn far away now.
Okay, so tell me about your Austin connections.
I don't know. I don't want to look at this right now. It's not my thing. I'm really not into it. I don't have time. I've seen this woman Shell a couple of times and things are going well, and I'm all good with it.
That's good. Well, so and again, I don't need specifics like what you did and where you went and all that stuff, but how does one initiate like the first meeting? Like, did you initiate the first meeting or did she initiate the first meeting?
Yeah, I did. I mean, we were texting on the app quite a bit, and then we, share phone numbers, and you're texting back and forth and making sure that there's a connection and there seems to be a chemistry, and then you meet in person. Yeah, and then we went out to dinner, and it's all good. Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit more about the all good. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Put Strickland in the corner. Let me try to corner and badger him a little bit. No, I'm not going to ask you to go any further than that. Did you have a nice dinner though?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I'm like, it's 7:00. I haven't had dinner yet.
It's time for you. It's time for you to eat dinner. Is that now behind you? Locust Point is in Locust Point, Maryland, like in Baltimore?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when my office for my day job in Baltimore closed, that was the catalyst for me moving to Austin. And it's so funny because they had an office in White Marsh, right? And it was like 200 people, And then they moved some things around and we ended up having like 150. So they got this office in downtown Baltimore, like in this really nice building, and they built it all out and they painted it, and like they put a lot of fucking money into it. And then a year later, they're like, no, we're closing the Baltimore office. So, but they named the conference rooms after, like, one was Locust Point Conference Room, right? And one was Harbor Place, and one was Fells Point or something like that, right? So the last day that we're there,
Locust Point Conference Room. I see that now.
Right,
See
yeah, hang on.
he's got a little sign behind him. You can't see it because this is doesn't play well in video. Oh, the Domino's Sugar logo also. That's very cool though. Yeah, that's
exactly.
Very cool.
And so this was the sign that was outside the conference room, and I'm like, they won't need that anymore.
It looks like you literally just ripped it off of the wall. I see. It's like,
here's the back of it. I 100% ripped it off the fucking wall.
It's got pieces of drywall.
It's exactly what I did. It's exactly what I did.
Damn, that's pretty
unapologetically.
Good. And did they say anything when you took it? Or?
Fuck no, man. Like it's not like they wanted it. You know, they were going to have to repaint the walls and pull the shit off anyway. I mean, they were just like leasing it.
It's kind of like you're the college kid that leaves his rental, and the night before the rental is over, you have a kegger, and somebody throws their head through the drywall, and you're like, "Fuck it, I'm not renting here anymore. I'll lose my security deposit. Who cares?"
It's a little different, but I see what you're saying. But I we'll agree to disagree on that. It's all good. I don't.
All right, we've completed our turn around the earth on this around the sun on this go round. It's an hour and 6 minutes, and we should probably wrap it up here. Unless you want to add anything else to this episode.
I don't think so. I need to get some dinner. I'm hungry.
All right, go do your dinner. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Fill up your week with the nice guys. Well, there's always money in the banana stand.